Let's roll. This is Countercharge, your podcast for ranks, flanks, and kings of war. Join your hosts as they delve into the world of Panithor and bring you worldwide coverage of all things Kings of War.
All right, this is entry number 1. Hopefully this is sounding pretty good. It's pretty quiet right now. We're approaching 2 a.m. on Wednesday, July 23rd, and we're going to Reno.
This is going to be one hell of a drive.
So 30 hours one way?
30 hours one way.
And so 60 hours round trip.
Yeah.
That's like over 3 days if we just didn't stop. We're going to power through, though. Well, I mean, we get there tomorrow night. That's 48 hours. Well, it would be like 36 hours between now and tomorrow night, right? Well, wait. Tonight.
Gain 2 hours, too.
Yeah. I'm just doing the math here. We're starting at 2 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is really midnight Pacific Time.
Right.
So, midnight to midnight, that's 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, we would just have to get 6 more hours into Thursday.
Correct.
We're going to do this, man. We're going to be there by Thursday.
We got this.
Yeah, we got this. Do you have any final thoughts before we kick off? It says we're going to be there in one day, 6 hours.
Yep.
It literally is 5:49 a.m. Pacific time. Well, the good news is that we've got some G.I. Joe figures to order. There's some special event stuff for San Diego Comic-Con, so I've got them all set up for that on Thursday morning at 7 a.m. Yep. All right. Well, we ready to hit it? All right, we're going to sign off. We'll be back. We have nothing better to do than to talk into this thing. So we will be back. All right, we're back for another update on this gargantuan road trip. Let's see. How many hours are we in?
We are about, was this 5 hours in now?
No, we left at like 2, right?
It was 1:45-ish. So we're 4.5 hours in.
Okay. Well, we just hit our third state. So we left Tennessee. Yeah. We've went through Arkansas, and we are now in the great state of Oklahoma.
Well, I wouldn't call it great.
It looks like every other state. Freeways and there's grass on either side.
Yeah. No more Arkansas.
No more Arkansas, as our friends all across the pond would say. Hasn't been too bad, though.
No, not so far, other than you snoring real loud.
Oh, man. Yeah, I bet. I didn't get any sleep last night. I bet I was tearing it up. I was trying. I might have to even make a bed back there or something later. I don't know. We'll see. Final thoughts till we get back on?
I hope it goes as smooth.
Yeah, it's been smooth, but it's 2 a.m. we left, right?
Yeah.
Traffic is not traffic yet.
Yeah, I'd like to dodge as much traffic as possible.
Yeah.
So I wonder where we're going to be in rush hour.
I would imagine we'll still be on the 40 freeway.
Yeah. We're only 161 more miles until we stay on 40 West again.
Right.
So,
all right, well, we'll check back in a couple hours, and maybe at some point we'll even talk about Kings of War.
Yeah.
We'll be
What's
back.
That?
Well, I don't know. At this point, it's funny because I was telling my coworkers and stuff that I was going there, and they're like, "You're driving? Like, what is wrong with you?"
Oh, we're having a road trip.
Yeah, it's a road trip. I mean, well, it's a
quick one.
It's a road epic voyage trip, right? I mean, it's not quite a road trip anymore.
Yeah. It feels a road trip. We'd spend a few more days getting there.
Correct. We're powering through the hope. I mean, right now it says that we will be there tomorrow at about 6 o'clock. So.
Yeah, we're still on track. We stopped a couple times and the time has gone down, so we're making good time.
100%. Oh, and the lights are out now, so. All right, well, we'll check back in a little bit. All right, this is Rob and Andy, and we are on our return trip back to Memphis, Tennessee from the 2025 U.S. Masters and Best of the Rest held in Reno, Nevada. We're a little under halfway home, and we just, it's been a long drive, Andy, and we weren't even in the mood to really talk. We were just driving.
Yeah.
But now he said, hey, I have thought about my games, and maybe I have some explanation of why I did such a job this weekend. that I would like to share with people. So with that, why don't you share with people how you did after you've had some time to think about it, and what excuses have you come up with?
No real excuses. I played poorly and I lost games. So if you play bad, you're not going to win. So the Masters is definitely a field where you can lose a game by making one mistake and your opponent making no mistakes. You can lose games making 0 mistakes and your opponent making no mistakes. Like, games are just very close sometimes. Round 1, I played against Paul Cravo. He's a killer with EOD in the, Midwest?
Yep. And currently you're 1-1 against him, right?
I am now 2-1 against Paul Cravo.
Okay.
I lost him in Kings of Memphis last year in round 1. And then I beat him in Masters round 1 last year and beat him in round 1 of Masters this year.
Interesting.
But this game, I used a different army this year than I did last year. As you guys remember, I'm playing the Forces of the Abyss with a bunch of horseman troops and stuff. And I really like the list. I did not get enough practice with it, but I did practice the matchup against Cravo, and I feel like I know the weaknesses of his army. And it hasn't changed much in the last year that I've known him. He does do very well with it, but I do believe I know how to beat it, partially because I played Empire of Dust for a long time, and I don't know. I just feel like I can think on his same wavelength there of like what his plan is. I did get a little lucky at our game. I did make a mistake on the first turn of the game. He scouted up, grabbed tokens as we were playing stockpile. I got first turn. I moved up on the left flank with Berserkers and a Seductress towards Arcanhattan and his Undead Worm. What was it? Pharaoh on Undead Worm, Burrowing Worm. And I didn't pop imps on my Berserkers, and then he withers and perishes one, and then breeze on it, and wavers the unit with 6 wounds on it. And that was a mistake I could have avoided easily. And then the next turn, I charged his dragon with the Seductress and the other Berserker regiment, and ended up killing the dragon. I was a little lucky there. I was expecting to just hold him up for another turn, but, it happens, I guess. But I got some cross charges, across the line to some of his stuff. I was able to put pressure on multiple hordes at one time, which is, I think, how you beat the list, because you can't use Raz's upgrade on more than one unit. He only has one Bane Chant. So if you pressure, multiple hordes and tax his resources of where search needs to happen, then you end up facing a lot of Defense 3 hordes, which is something that, Berserkers like to do. Molochs will kill them all day. There's not a whole lot he can really do there. And I ended up getting it. Round 2, I played Robert Salbine in Halflings. I think he's from Minnesota. Is that right?
He's from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee. All right. Robert is a fantastic player. He plays the most army in the game, called Halflings. And for those that have been listening for the trip most of the time, I've been getting a lot of practice games against Halflings against Devlin Smith. And Devlin, the only variable that has changed in any of our games is how many turns it takes for him to table me with Halflings. And he's been doing a good job. He did good at Masters too. His best ever showing, I think, at Masters.
4-2.
Yeah, 4-2. But anyway, so Sabine, I think we're playing Invade, and I slowly rolled his right side and held the center of the table, and I was using my berserkments and my seductors on the left side to stall his jugger regiments, and some edge grenadiers on the left side. And instead of my mistake this game was allowing him to pressure me into charging on the left flank with one of my berserker regiments, and that made it to where my only real good move with my other regiment was to support it and just commit, even though it was a mistake. I feel like if you do something halfway and you don't commit, you just get punished even more. So once you make a decision, even if it's the wrong decision, you kind of need to stick with it and just hope it ends up working out as. So that's what I did, and he ended up rolling up my left flank probably 2 turns earlier than it could have, and ended up crossing his juggers over into the center, and then started getting flank charges on all my stuff. And that was not good for the home team. So I had a chance to come back, but he ended up tabling me. And I think if I was more patient on the left side and semi-abandoned it and just used the threat range of the berserkers to prevent him from actually crossing over on the middle or on my side of the table, so he would have to like turn around and go back the other way across his own line, I think that would have been better for me in the long run. I might have lost one regiment instead of both regiments, and then I would have had more pressure in the middle of the table, and I wouldn't have gotten tabled from several flank charges. So, but Robert, that was a great game. Thank you for that. We're 1-1 now, so I owe you a clobbering somewhere after I squeaked the win out in Memphis against you in the final table. So I'll be looking forward to that. Round 3 ended up playing Aaron Chapman. So Aaron, that was a great game. Definitely one of the cleanest players I think I've played in the game in a long time. So he's a very clean player. He's very deliberate in measurements and all that too. So I think I schooled him on the right side of on my right side of the table. I believe I out-deployed him. I was pressuring the board very well, so if he moved up, I had flanks on anything. His only pressuring on me was some shooting, which realistically I don't really care about, because I'm defense 5 fearless and regenerating whatever he shoots anyways. So, and I've got cover most of the time too. So I don't know why, but at some point during the game, my brain turned off, and I was just like, you know what would be a great idea? Let me just charge this whole army. The Naiad ensnaring phalanx hordes that regenerate with my cavalry army. Yeah. That was not a great idea. And it didn't pay off. I ended up getting tabled. And I think if I was just patient and sat back, and I think it would have been fine. I was causing havoc with the seductors and my berserkers on the right flank. That kept his Ice Claw regiments from really doing what they wanted to do, I think. So it was a good game, Aaron. I'm sorry I didn't give you my best. Hopefully we can play again later, and I'll feel more confident in it. So I ended up day 1. It was 1 major win and 2 major losses, which is a rarity for me. But day 2 I was determined to do better. Game 4 I played Noah Hutton, and that was my favorite game of the weekend. He's playing Ratkin Slaves with just a demonstrous amount of shooting doing a Decimator Horde with Elite, 2 Nightmare Hordes, 3 rocket launchers, and a caster with the Alchemist Curse. That was nasty. We had a huge game. We played Dominate, and we proceeded to slaughter the shit out of each other for 6 turns. I think if we had a 7th turn, no, I think it was 7 turns. It was 7 turns, but we had 3,960 attrition between the two of us in that game, out of a possible 4,600. He had one individual on the table, and 1 horde of wretches on the table at the end of the game. And I had a troop of horsemen and a regiment of horsemen left on the table at the end of the game. It was insane, but that was good. I spent most of the game trying to make sure, with my berserkers being height 3 and the rest of my army being height 3 other than the Nagari, I just body blocked the rocket launchers with a berserker regiment the whole game. So the only thing they could shoot was the Nagari, and once the Nagari died, they couldn't shoot anything because they didn't have line of sight to anything. The Seductress went in, did a bunch of wounds to Galak, and then did a bunch of wounds to Decimators, and then a bunch of wounds to Kryza. I did misplay once in our game. I was blocking my Molochord's flank from him charging me with a troop of horsemen, and I forgot that Kryza did not have nimble. So I was preventing her from just straight up flank charging the Molochs by being in the way, and then she just charged the horsemen, and then I forgot she just goes right through them like it's an individual combat and overran right into the flank of the Molochs.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one was rough. So that
monster, it's a bad monster.
Yeah. The Moloch horde died doing 0 wounds for the game. Normally that's a game loss if the Molochs do nothing. Yeah. So, but I was able to squeak it out between the Seductress with her Shadow Beasts and another Moloch horde and a regiment of horsemen. I was able to kill Kryza and the last Wretch horde in the center of the table. The Berserker regiments that were on my left flank on his side of the table held up 3 hordes of rats and the rocket launchers and prevented them from getting into scoring the entire game. So that's probably what led to my victory more than anything. But that game was just a blast. Like I said, Noah was my favorite opponent the whole weekend, and we just slaughtered each other, and we're having a blast doing it. We're both cheering. So I ended up with a win on that one, a minor win. Yeah, so round 5 I ended up playing against Sean Polka, and this was just a game of misfortunes. First, the matchup, the entirety of his army being phalanx, fearless, scouting trees is rough on my cavalry army. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to make sure my Molochs can do something this game. So I put them up on a hill and then flanked them with troops of horsemen, and then flew a gargoyle troop in front after Sean scouted his entire army up to the center line. And then he charged the gargoyle troop like he was supposed to and snanked it with 28 wounds on it. And because they were in the way, I could not move my gargoyles out because I moved too close because I like I said, I made a mistake, and my Molochs just sat there for a turn doing nothing.
Yeah.
His next turn, he comes up with Karis, with the sun staff or whatever, and her 8 shots does 5 wounds onto the Molochs on the hill. Rolls the 11 to waver. So my Molochs, the gargoyles die on his turn. The Molochs are wavered. And I can't do anything again with the Molochs that turn. And then the following turn, he charges the Molochs and kills them. So it was another game where they did nothing.
Cool.
But yeah, so
Sorry.
Sean did not end up... he did end up tabling me. Sean ended up tabling me.
I started calling you the Table King.
Yeah, I got like 1 point that game. I got 1 point. At this point in the tournament, I got 18 points against Paul. I got 2 points against Robert Sabine. I got 1 point against Aaron Chapman.
Are you in the bottom?
I'm close to the bottom. I got 17 points against Noah. And then I got
That's not even a big win, bro. What's your big win, man?
And then I got 1 point against Sean Polka. So now I'm playing against what I thought was probably pretty close to being the best painted army in the room.
Oh, Sean Polkas?
No, Jared McClure's.
Yeah.
Twilight Kin. They were gorgeous.
Yeah.
The basing wasn't extravagant, but the actual paint on the models were amazing.
What model range was it?
It was Twilight Kin.
Like, oh, it was Mantic?
Yeah, it was Mantic.
Cool.
Actual Mantic models. So.
Well, he's Pacific Northwest, and Robert Zimmerman's, so they have a lot of good. That's why they won Best Painted as a region.
Yeah, they're very. They take the painting very seriously.
For sure.
The Southeast is like, hey, we have paint on our models this time, guys.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like anyway. Played Jared. I was already on tilt for the weekend a little bit. I was not expecting to be 2-3 going into round 6. I know it's a tough field at Masters. That's kind of the point of Masters.
We don't do excuses, we do results.
Right. The moral of the story is here, I just made stupid mistakes in my games, made bad decisions, and I was punished for them like I should be. I shouldn't be winning games where I make egregious errors like that. Yeah, I was getting what I deserved. Against Jared, we had a really fun, close game. We're dancing on the left flank with Mikhail and Berserker regiments, and he ended up having a good combat on one turn with Impalers into my Horseman regiment. Ended up killing him in one combat. I thought I did a pretty good job of keeping his mutant regiments from doing anything. His Wranglers and Impalers in the middle of the table did basically nothing the whole game. Phantoms, man. Phantoms were the name of that game. They held up my Horseman troops, and I just couldn't kill them with the damn Horseman troops, man. I do 2 wounds, fail nerve, 3 wounds, fail nerve, 3 wounds, fail nerve. And taking 4 turns to kill a damn troop of Phantoms is rough, but it is what it is. He ended up winning the dance on my left flank with Mikhail, and ended up rolling my left flank and with him and Impalers. He won on turn 6. We both thought I was going to win on turn 7 if we had a turn 7 playing control. So we scored it because the game ended on 6, and then played turn 7 out just to see how it went. And I snaked both units that I would have needed to kill to win the game on turn 7. One was a rear charge on an Impaler Soulbane, and the other one was doing a wound to Impalers that had 11 wounds on them. I did the wound and then failed the 5 once to kill him. So, for the win. And I was like, damn. Well, it happens. I would have lost either way, so it didn't matter. But he didn't table me, but it's pretty close. So he played a very clean game as well. So I was very happy. There were no games where I was like, man, this really needs to be cleaned up. You know, there was no shuffling a unit and then changing your mind and pulling it back and then, and then doing it. Everyone marked all their units for the most part. Nobody clocked out at any of my games. All of my opponents were amazing people, except for Sabine because he played halflings. But yeah, I liked the fact that I had 6 really good games, 6 good opponents, And I don't mind losing games at all. It's how you get better at the game, is losing games. But I do dislike losing games where I made stupid decisions that I normally don't do. So I don't really have excuses for that other than I just wasn't sharp. So last year I was sharp, I was on point. This year I was not. So next year, be there. I'll be sharp. So I've got one tournament win this year already, counting towards my Masters qualification. So I'm going to need 2 more good showings. And if I get that, then you guys will see me back at Masters next year, and I'm going to take it serious. So we did get to see one of my main practice buddies win Masters a second time. The second Master. So congrats, Adam. You definitely deserve it. You've got so many reps with that list. One, it's a very good list. The list is like extremely good as an all-comers list. You have all of your bases covered, and you just know your matchups very well. Like I think you said on your Master Site channel, it's been the same list for like the past 5 tournaments you've played, and you've been doing well in all of those. If you haven't won, you've only got like 1 loss in the event. If you have a loss,
It's a draw.
huh? No, I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If I'm saying in all of his other events with his list, if he has not won the event, he only has 1 loss at the event. And you're just a very sharp player. I know we play on UB. You're a good dude. Very much deserved. I'm going to have to take the title from you next year in Milwaukee. No, it's in Minnesota. It's in Minnesota next year. So, yeah, I'm going to have to take it from you at the Minnesota Masters. All right? So I apologize in advance. I really wanted to win Masters this year. That way I'd have to wear the damn helmet all the way home in the car ride. Rob would have loved that. But, yeah. Moral of the story is, if you want to win Masters, you need to practice with your list. Don't bring a list that you don't have practice with. And you need to be on point. So, know your army. Know your army's rules. Know your matchups. Have a game plan going into every game before the game starts. Because if you don't, you're going to waste time on the clock. It's going to cause you to make rush decisions. And rush decisions lose games. Final thoughts on the U.S. Masters 2025 in Reno. I really enjoyed it. The West did a pretty good job of, where the venue was. It was very easy to get to from the airport. Is what people were saying. The shuttle ran pretty constantly. The venue was a maze. I didn't like that, and they didn't unlock the doors early enough on Saturday. But the prizing was good. The judging was fantastic. I haven't gone back and watched the stream yet, but I heard it went very well as the stream goes. I liked the pavilion frame it was very nice as a makeshift frame for the camera system.
Yeah.
Rigging, that's what it's called. So that was nice. When I had some doing podcasting the whole time. That was nice too. I wasn't on there very often, but I'm sure there's a lot of good content.
We only interview winners.
Yeah. I was kind of bummed. I wanted to be on stream at some point during the event, but if you're not,
gotta win games.
Yeah, if you're not winning games, you're not gonna be on a stream, guys. So do that. I still really like the list that I played. I don't think my list is what did me wrong. It was me. I even played an extra game Saturday night that I ended up losing pretty badly. Played Jeff Radigan Saturday night. This is an extra game. And he had a super honest list. I wanted to play it. I thought he had a shot at winning the event when I saw the list. But it doesn't get much more honest than just 3 Slayer Giants and, 3 Pike
Horde of
Lords.
Knights.
Yeah, Horde of Knights. And I thought I played very well against him, and I just lost the game. It was rough. I just couldn't chew through it all. I ended up getting in my own way. He helped me look at a couple of strategies for how to maneuver and deploy a little differently to mitigate some of that. And he's a very smart individual, very good at the game, and I really enjoyed the game. So hopefully at some point I can get down to Texas and kick his ass a couple of times down there. But I haven't, like I said, I haven't had the joy of playing him in an actual event yet. So I got to go down there anyways to teach Dustin Howard a thing or two anyway. So he thinks just because he can come to Tennessee and try and bully people there. Yeah. Maybe he comes to Kings of Memphis, I can beat him in my house. But yeah, all in all, I think it was a great event. There was nothing egregious that I knew of that went poorly through the game. Again, this is one of the best gaming communities I've ever been a part of. Going to major events in games other than this game, you play your rounds and then you leave and you never talk to anybody again. Like, that's the event. And this, we stayed in the ballroom every night until the hotel kicked us out, playing other games that weren't Kings of War, just because we love hanging out with each other. Like, it was awesome. We went down, played blackjack and craps together. Turns out Adam was not just lucky in Kings of War this weekend, he was lucky in
33
craps
consecutive non-busts.
Yeah, 33 consecutive non-busts on the craps table. So he made a bunch of people a lot of money this week. It was nice. For Thursday night, I was $1,900 in the hole, and I ended up about $3,300 over for the weekend in gambling. So that was a good comeback. So I don't have much to complain about there. Everybody, we are 8 hours in now, just about, of our trip. Only 22 and a half hours to go. So
we're still on the 40.
We're still on I-40. It says we have 967 miles until we turn off of 40 West.
It's probably New Mexico or Arizona, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Nevada, maybe.
I don't know. It could be Nevada, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. But we'll only have like 450 miles to go when we get off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, something like that.
We're almost there.
Yeah. Oh, man. People are cracking jokes already.
No. I don't know if we realize what we bit off.
Well, it's too late now.
We are committed. I mean,
yeah. You don't get more than committed than being 8 hours into the trip already.
Yeah.
We got snacks, we got drinks, we got coolers, we got...
And a full tank of gas.
Yeah. We got some audiobooks we're probably about to start listening to here in a little bit. We haven't had a bathroom break yet. Well, we haven't had an extended bathroom break yet.
Yeah, you mean Andy hasn't had a taco break yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so far so good. We've been jamming out, listening to
so what?
Everything.
We've been through what? Fort Smith, Arkansas. We started in Memphis. We've been through Fort Smith, Arkansas, I think.
Yeah, it's like Jonesboro, Little Rock.
Yeah. And then we're at Little Rock, and we just went. Not too long ago, we were through Oklahoma City, right?
Yeah. So.
Are we still in Oklahoma?
Yeah, I think we're still in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
GPS hasn't told us otherwise.
Yeah.
I can't imagine we're going to be in Oklahoma much longer. He says, not looking at the map.
Yeah.
So,
you know, Oklahoma's that pan thing. They go, long.
Yeah. Well, according to the GPS, we'll be in Amarillo by end of morning.
late morning, early afternoon.
Yeah. That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. That was bad. Tell you what, we passed about 60 casinos already.
For sure.
Yeah. So if you wanna hit the casino route, drive from Memphis to Reno. So you drive through Vegas in that route too. So you hit a whole bunch of them. So
that's a good question. Are we going over the Rockies, or Or are we going around the Rockies?
Dude, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out in a few hours.
Well,
probably in
like 12 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, only 12 more hours on I-40, guys.
We'll check back in. I know we went a little bit between updates, but essentially we're almost out of New Mexico going into Arizona, and we're about halfway there. So about 15 hours remaining and about 1,000 miles to go to get to Reno. We should hit Reno tomorrow, late morning would be my guess. All right, we'll check in later. Well, I won't go into great detail, but I'll share my games. So I was playing Best of the Rest. I'm playing my Adepticon Goblin list. I think most people know the story. I have a bunch of purple power goblins with lots of luggets. I gave Kyle Poole a picture of all my units. I said, it's got to have luggets. So he gave me a list, which is 3 goblin troops, the unique version of the goblin horde, 2 hordes of rabble, the formation, which is 2 regiments of sharpsticks, and a mincer mob troop, and they all get in snare. I gave skirmisher boots to the mincer mob. Didn't come up once the whole weekend, but whatever, it's fine. You know that when it does, it'll be a big deal. There's 3 trombones. There's 3 maw pup launchers. There's a king on a chariot. He has fire oil. Again, I played 0 armies with regen, so that didn't come up as well either. I had the legendary Maw Beast pack. I had Grupp Longnail. She's a really cool character. I had a standard bearer with the diadem, and I had 2 wingets. I think that's everything in the list. I think so. It's 21 drops. Mid to high 20s for unit strength. So I have a lot of units. I have a lot of war engines. So game 1, I played our buddy Dwayne Richardson. He has Northern Alliance, and it's pretty prototypical. It's a couple Ice Elemental hordes. It had Ice Naiad horde. He had 2 Huskarls, a Frostclaw champion, the individual characters that you always have, like the one with Rally. He had a Thane on a Frostfang. He had a Snow Troll Prime. Very common stuff. Oh, yeah, and he had the, I forget her name, but the Ice Queen, the legendary one. We were playing in the first round, playing Stockpile, and we put the center pile down, and then I place a pile all the way to my right flank, like right off the table edge a little bit, but in the woods. And then Dwayne surprised me, or maybe he didn't surprise me. He put it in between. So basically all the stockpile tokens were on one half of the board. But then where he really threw me for a loop is after deploying, I deployed in pure Eric Strobridge style, I deployed the whole table. And I don't know if he was trying, I don't understand why he was doing it, but he put his Huskarls on his right flank, my left flank. And they were so far over there, they didn't get into the game until turn 5. Well, and on the right flank, he had the Ice Elemental Hordes, the Snowclaw Champion, and the Ice Queen. And in the middle, it was anchored by basically the Ice Naiads. So there's not a lot to say about this game. It came down to he moved the Ice Naiad Horde up and got the tokens, started pulling tokens in the middle. I don't think he saw the troop in his flank. So I got a horde, a troop in the front, Strider banner, right? So they're just ensnared, and then I had a troop in the flank, and it murdered him. And I think that broke his back. And then, I have more pieces to trade. So on the right flank, he was trying to be cagey, and he did. Spoiler alert: he killed 2 units in my army. One of which is the Maw Beast, one of which was the Mincer Mob. But unfortunately, it took him too long to do it, and he ended up losing that right flank, his ice elementals. Really, it was an uphill battle after he started losing a lot of his pieces. Late game, he got his Huskarls into combat, but it was a little too late by that point. Especially since I only lost Grupp Longnail and the Mincer Mob, and I tabled him. So it was a big win, not what I want in Best of the Rest, though. I don't want a 21-0. It's the last thing I want. Because in Game 2, I played Jordan Braun, who had the Wrangler spam.
Yeah.
And it was not an enjoyable game. That's the best way to say it, right? I mean, he's a good opponent. It's just the army is just so, I don't know, it's almost silly with the Wranglers. The Wranglers either need to be a regular or they just got to stop doing everything well. I mean, the fact that they shoot on 4s and hit on 4s and they have piercing, right? And they're stealthy. I mean, they're so good, and they unlock. So it'll be fine. They'll fix them. So long story short, on this one, we were playing Invade, and I told Jordan I'm just coming at him because I'm not going to stand back and let you just, knock me out. And essentially, my right flank, he destroyed me, and on my left flank, I destroyed him. There's a few misplays that I made wrong where I went into the wrong unit, gave up some stuff a little early. His only misplay was he had impalers, and he charged a unit, and again, didn't see that there's a flank shot from a troop of Luggets, and they took him out. I mean, 30 attacks, right, on 4s, but then wounding on 3s because of the flank. So basically, we're playing Invade, and at the going into 6, we both have 10 unit strength, all right? And I made, inevitably, and even he commented at the end of the game, you made the wrong choice. So my choice was, I had a Rebel Horde, which had, they're unit strength 3, right? So I had a horde of Rabble in the very far corner with a bunch of wounds on him, which is unit strength 3, and I was trying to protect him. He had one caster over there that was going to pop him off. So I attacked the caster like a dummy. What I should have done, and when I mean attacked him, I mean I shot him with the diadem, I shot him with a trombone, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The right answer would have been, and I don't know, I had a brain fart. He had the Ensnare Horde, and they had like 12 wounds on him. Shoot those guys.
Yeah.
And then you kill him, and he had the bottom. So if I can just kill the Ensnare Horde, at that point I don't know if he's going to kill the other unit or not. If he kills him, I might still win, right? Because all he has left is 3 regiments of Wranglers for 6, and if I had 10, I lose the 3, then I'm at 7.
Yeah.
But anyways, big foobar mistake. Fine, it's okay. So lose that one pretty handily. And spoiler alert, he went on to finish really great, like top 5. But then I played our buddy Bryce Clark, and to be fair, Bryce has owed me a beating because we played at King of Monsters a few years ago, and there's a legendary story of this. I don't even think they were foot guard. I think they were like shield wall or something. But this horde went into the Willfather, hindered. Maybe it was a flank, but still, took him out, and it lost the game. So that's been in his craw. So he took out those frustrations on me. He's playing Sylvankin, and I didn't play real well. I played like a Muppet. My main misplay was he was sort of being aggressive to kill. I should have left stuff scattered all over the tokens and stuff like that. Number 1. Number 2, Grupp Longnail should have been running straight at those characters. Get him in there, man. Because, with 4 attacks, Duelist, and Blast D3, he would love to chew on him, but I put him in the wrong spot. But regardless, it was a good game in the sense of a lot of stuff died. And, hey, I got a rear charge into the Willfather with a troop of Luggets. I mean, I will say geometry was a weird thing in that game. Basically, the Mincer Mob killed something. Basically, a situation came up where his Force Wardens could see the rear of a unit, but just the way it was positioned, it wasn't intentional. He couldn't fit because there was a building.
Yeah.
It was really weird. It was we've never seen something like that. But lots of weird flanks, but great play to him. He had a great army, a lot of shooting, and really that's what, at the end of the day, the way to fire worked. But he only won 2-1, and we were playing Pillage, right? So that was game 3. Game 4, I played Mr. Tyler Shilkin, and you know what, Andy? I'm happy to club a baby seal. Now, to be fair, that's not an easy baby seal to club because he has a traditional ogre army. And mad props to Tyler. He rocks up and he's got a troop of chariots. I'm like, those are cool boomer chariots. He says, no, bro. Those are warrior chariots, bro. I don't shoot. Shooting's for suckers. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. That's cool. So, yeah, we just had a good old scrap, and we played Dominate. And we just punched ourselves in the googlies. And, you know, I got a picture I have to share with people, but essentially he got Grakamak kind of out in the open. And I'm just like, here comes the Luggett horde off the hill, baby. Into Grok. And wouldn't you know it, I didn't even waver him. I did a lot of wounds, but the dice didn't come up on the nerve roll. Got him on the next turn, but big game, a lot of fun. I was a small win, like 16-5, something like that. And then in the last round, I got to play Patrick Zorro Allen, and what a game. I've never played him. He was our first U.S. Master back in 2016, where I ran the event in Nashville. And he rocks up. He's got the case that we gave him at that event, which I guess is his travel case. Anyways, if you haven't met Patrick, he is one of the nicest people on the planet. And, yeah, super, super pumped to get him. He's playing Varger. And, you know, what I will say is that game was weird. And essentially, so I had my 3 hordes were in the middle. We're playing Hold the Line. So I had 3 hordes. And the Strider Banner and some of the artillery sitting in the middle. Okay? And on the right flank, I had 1 phalanx, you know, 1 sharp stick unit, the Mincer Mob, and the Chariot, and, a Wing It. And on the left, I had the Maw Beast, Grup Longnail, another sharp stick unit, and then I had the troops mixed in. Long story short, like, he brings his stuff up, and he's about to. By the way, his army's Varnger. He's got like 3 regiments of Draugr. He's got Fallen. He's got 2 Chimera. He's got all the like Magnilda, all the characters. He's got what's it called? Grumnir, right? I can't remember his name. He has the crazy special Snow Troll Prime character. Amazing character. And he has a couple Snow Foxes. So the game starts out super weird. I do 8 damage to one of his chimeras with my mop-up launchers, which don't have any piercing.
Wow.
Right? The second turn, I get 6 damage on the other chimera from the mop-up launchers. So, okay, that's there's no heal in the list. So the interesting part now is like, okay, he's got to play cagey a little bit because he puts him out there and he gets a charge, he's gonna lose it, right? So that was my beginning, was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then he moved all this stuff up, and for some reason I decided, well, I'm gonna take the charge. I should have just said, screw it, I'm gonna send the Luggett horde into the fray and just do it. Yeah, I'm gonna lose them, but I'll take something with me. I didn't. He freaking brought the house. He also had a cavern dweller, and he popped him in one go. And I was like, oh. Basically, he completely collapsed my center, okay? And unfortunately, he brought the Chimera, he also had Knights. He brought the Chimera, Knights, and Magnilla into a rabble horde. Did like 28 wounds.
Snake eyes. There's
a hill, and you know what's sitting on the hill? Looking at the flank of the Knights, the Mincer Mob, and a troop of Luggets. And they just murdered them. I'll kind of cut to the chase. My big mistake was I had unit strength and I had number of units. Like, that weight was in my favor. I was too aggressive, like in turn 4, 5, and 6. I should have been like, screw it, run. Just go get in the, don't engage. Like, for example, one time I sent a troop of Luggets off of a hill into Draugr, thinking, I'm going to kill unit strength. I didn't end up killing him. And then all he did was he just shifted him to the side. He sent Fallen in there and killed him. Dumb. It was dumb. But the real bonehead mistake, there's 2 of them. One is on the top of 6, I should have, knowing he's going to send his cavern dweller into the middle to get those 3 points, I should have sent the Luggett in. I should have sent the remaining Wing It in there to contest that. Because I had the right flank. I had the left flank if I could kill the Fallen unit. And this is where I made the catastrophic mistake. So he has a Fallen unit, doesn't have a lot of damage. He has Grufnir over there, and I have a wavered Mobbies pack, which is going to die as soon as somebody touches it, the sharp sticks, grup long nail, a trombone, and a winged. So on the bottom of 5, I made the wrong decision. I chose to just try to shoot the Fallen with the gun, with the trombone and the winged, and I sent long nail and sharp sticks into Grufnir. I didn't do crap to the Fallen. 5 or 6 wounds, right? Not going to get him. The problem is, I didn't know Grufnir was duelist.
Oh,
so he punked Grup, overran into the trombone. So at that point, I'm done. Like, I have nothing over there to do it. So, in retrospect, the right play would have been to send the sharp sticks into the flank of the Fallen and Grup into the rear and just try to get, 6 wounds and get a decent nerf roll and get them. But, it is what it is. Super fun, though. If you ever played Patrick Zoller Allen, you should. He is amazing. And he's also, super encouraging. He's just like, hey, man, you play great. He's he missed his calling as a motivational speaker. So I don't have to share my final thoughts because I've shared it all weekend. But it was a great event. All right, we're back with probably one of the final installments of our trip to Reno, Nevada for the U.S. Masters. What's funny, Andy? We were doing these much more common.
Yeah.
But the drive kind of broke us.
It did.
Well, it broke you especially. You must have slept 20 hours, dude. I don't know, man. You sound like you were dying.
I was dying.
You were dying on both ends.
Yeah. Yeah. We stopped several times for, let's just say, extended excursions.
Yeah. So we're only about 30 minutes away from Reno. We're up in I'm gonna assume these are mountains, right? They look like
mountains.
They look like mountains to me. We just I don't know. What are your thoughts of the trip?
30 hours is a long time.
It was more than 30 though, because by the time it was probably more like 36 by the time you get food and you know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think?
The 30 driving.
We left at 1:45 Central Time.
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And we're going to arrive at 3:30 Central Time.
Thursday.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'm losing track of time.
So that's what? More than 36 hours.
Yeah.
So, granted, we did see the Grand Canyon.
Well, we saw signs, right?
Yeah,
and we saw maybe the outskirts of it, and it was really dark.
Yeah.
So you really couldn't see it.
We drove past Geronimo at night, so...
A lot of Indian stuff. Pablo and Navajo. Yeah.
Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
We
didn't time Vegas right. We should have hit Vegas at night. That would have been better, but we caught it at sunrise.
It was still pretty.
It's Thursday, right?
Good. Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Only because people are messaging in
we
the
literally haven't left the car.
Yeah.
We even took a power nap in the car.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah. We did get to see the edge of Death Valley.
Yeah, that's true. The part that sticks into Utah.
Or Nevada.
Yeah, you're right. Not Utah. What about you? When do you go to Utah?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
I don't know. I'm punch drunk.
Let's see. Rob got to find out how badly I need a sleep apnea machine.
Oh, dude. We're talking about that. So I have a sleep apnea machine because I was a chronic patient of sleep apnea. So I got the machine. This man, I don't know how he even survives. He stops breathing so often.
Practice, baby.
Practice, yeah. He's just dead to the world. But yeah, we had a good trip. It was fun. It was 30 plus hours of driving, and we started in Memphis, and I would say the first 6 hours, that's pretty common for us. We're going through Arkansas. We do that all the time.
Yeah,
Little Rock, I mean, come on.
It wasn't even a thought. The first 6 hours.
And then when we get into Oklahoma, right, it's not a big deal. Been to Oklahoma City a few times. And then when we went into Texas, right, for a little bit.
Yeah.
But not a long time. Yeah. So, Amarillo, right? That was one of the places we drove through. And then we got into New Mexico, and that was Santa Rosa and Albuquerque and Gallup. And we got our only really bad traffic was in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bugs Bunny was there screwing people up or something, but
yeah, I think we just hit rush hour. Like,
Yeah.
people were headed home.
And then after New Mexico, we hit Arizona, right? And we basically went all the way across Arizona to Kingman, Arizona, and then went due north. And, Kingman is kind of it's closer to the border of California, and I think it's on the west side. I don't know. I didn't look at a map. Yeah, and then about a couple hours north, you get to Vegas. And on the way to Vegas, you get to see, drive by the Hoover Dam. And then, I don't know. Long trip. This last bit feels the longest, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like all these mountains, and we're going to these little towns, and they're like, you could only go 25 here. It's like, there's nobody here.
Yeah. Yeah, who am I going to hit?
You're gonna hit a mountain goat. That's about it.
Yeah. Oh, and the lake with all the nice beaches.
But nobody on them.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's like sulfur in the water, maybe? I don't know. It's weird. Something.
It was at Walker Lake?
Walker Lake, yeah. We'll have to ask Blake about that. So, we can't yet see Reno, but I am ready to arrive.
Yeah, I just want to stop seeing the mountains.
I just want to get out of the car.
Yeah, that
For a few days.
Yes.
Like we would stop and we would get back in it and we're back,
Yeah.
And we did power through.
We
right?
did.
I mean,
Slept, what, 3 hours?
I slept a little bit Wednesday morning while you drove, and then I got 3 hours sleep last night. We both got 3 hours, and then the rest of it we just powered through, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck on the way home.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I got car sick in New Mexico.
You were calling it car sick?
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't clean toilets for a living.
Yeah. So far, taco count on the trip is still 0.
Hey, let's talk about that. We're doing this cheap. Literally only bought like one thing, and that was a few hours ago. The entire trip for like drinks and foods.
Yeah.
I mean, we're eating peanut butter sandwiches with jelly.
Yeah.
And we're channeling our inner Dan Kimmick,
Yeah.
right? We're channeling that. So looking forward to getting there though.
Yeah, basically our only expenses so far have been gas.
Yeah, and it's been expensive. I think we peaked at like $4.50 a gallon at some point. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see when we reconcile at the end how much it costs us for gas.
Yeah.
And I don't think you destroyed any of the. Are those mountain goats? Those look like mountain goats,
those
bro.
Those are mountain goats.
Yeah. That's what you said.
No, those are horses.
No, those are horses. Okay, they're mountain horses.
That's where they get the horses from Skyrim.
Oh yeah,
They walk up the
they're
cliff.
walking up the edge of the thing. Up the edge of the mountain. Okay, cool. No, but I'm ready to get out of the car and be done with this. Going home is going to be interesting. I think we'll have a lot less patience because we've already seen it. It's not new.
Just go.
Let's go. Yeah, I mean, I think we did that, but I think we'll even be more. Well, if your gastronomical problems are eliminated,
Yes.
I think we'll have a less extended duration at the travel plazas.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it's been fun.
We have.
Bro, you're going so slow. You got passed. You're in the left lane.
I'm going 6 miles over.
I know, and you're not even in the right lane, bro.
You're right.
I know, man.
You're right.
What kind of driver are you?
I fixed it.
Yeah.
I'm from Tennessee. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Well, it's true. Think about that. We went Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona,
and
Nevada.
Yeah.
And we're going to stay in Nevada. Now, we were pretty close to Utah at some points, I think. And certainly we were very close to California.
Yeah.
Maybe 100 miles or something, Any final thoughts?
Fly next time.
It was an experience.
I agree.
But it's an experience we will do once.
Yes. When my son goes, I want to go on a road trip, I'll let him go on a road trip as soon as he's.
Well, to be fair though, if we were doing like if this was like a family vacation,
Yeah, he was.
you could have done like this could be the first leg of it, and then when you come home, you can come home a different way,
Yeah.
right? And you could do like a loop. But like us, we're trying to be efficient. Like I got to go back to work on Wednesday.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so we got to be we're gonna get up, crack of dawn early on Monday, and we're gonna power through. We'll probably do the 2 a.m. thing again, and we'll just power through and try to be back to Memphis by middle of Tuesday. But the crappy part is we lose 2 hours.
We do.
Right? Because we went from Central Time to Pacific Time. So
It'll be Tuesday evening when we get back.
yeah. Well, stomach inconveniences notwithstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right, we're signing off. We will, I don't know. We'll probably chime back in after when we get there. We're only 20 minutes away.
Yeah. Either that or we'll chime in when we start heading back.
Sounds good. All right, we're signing off. We'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Countercharge. Please let us know what you thought of the show by emailing us at counterchargepodcast@gmail.com, on Twitter at countercharge15, or by commenting on the Countercharge Kings of War podcast Facebook group. If you enjoy the show, you can help others find out about it by leaving positive reviews on iTunes. Until next time, keep countercharging. Music is a composition of Kevin MacLeod and is licensed under Creative Commons.
All right, this is Rob and Andy. We're on our way home. Back for the 2020, yeah. This is Rob and Andy, and we are on our way home. We're not quite home. Take number 16.
And off you go.